So welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about DEI. So I got a comment on Facebook over a DEI post that I had made, and this comment says, "Fix it for you. I oppose diversity, equity, and inclusion as the primary or sole means for choosing a candidate. I prefer merit based on hires regardless of the amount of melanin in your skin, how you dress, or what you choose to do in the privacy of your bedroom." It seems that this person may be somewhat in the right area, but doesn't actually seem to understand what DEI really is. In the United States, diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, are the organizational frameworks that seek to promote fair treatment and full participation of all people, particularly groups who have historically been underrepresented or subject to discrimination based on identity or disability. These three notions, diversity, equity, and inclusion, together represent three closely linked values, which sometimes includes terms such as belonging, justice, and accessibility. As such, frameworks such as inclusion and diversity, I and B, diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, DEIB, justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion, JEDI or EDIJ, or diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility, IDEA, DEIA, or DEAI exist. Now, long before DEI became a household term, there were other efforts to move towards equal rights for all Americans. Some of the earliest were in the late 1800s during the post-Civil War Reconstruction era, as Southern states enacted Jim Crow laws making segregation in public places legal. Congress established the Freedmen's Bureau. It provided formerly enslaved people their basic necessities that helped them look for jobs and acquire land on their own. In 1866, President Andrew Johnson vetoes legislation to enforce those amendments, arguing that it discriminated against white people. And pressure from white Southerners led to the closure of the Freedmen's Bureau just 7 years after it had been established. Nearly a century later, Black Americans were still battling racism and discrimination. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is a term used to describe policies and programs that promote the representation and participation of different groups of individuals. DEI encompasses people of different ages, races, ethnicities, disabilities, genders, religions, cultures, and sexual orientation. It also covers people with diverse backgrounds, experiences, skills, and expertise. What is diversity? Diversity involves all the ways that people are different, including the various characteristics that distinguish one demographic or individual from another. Here are some different examples of diversity: race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender identity, religion, language, age, marital status, veteran status, mental ability, physical abilities, and disabilities. Diversity also includes the range of ideas, perspectives, and values that people have. What is equity? Equity aims to ensure equal treatment, access, opportunity, and advancement for people, including employees in the workplace. Equity attempts to identify and remove barriers that prevent some groups from fully participating in society or certain jobs and industries. The aim of equity is to promote justice, fairness, and impartiality in the ways things are done and in the distribution of resources within social structures, systems, and institutions. What is inclusion? Inclusion builds a culture where everyone feels welcome. It actively invites every person and group to contribute and participate. An inclusive, welcoming environment supports and embraces differences. Participants offer respect to everyone in words and action. Why is diversity, equity, and inclusion so important to our society? Well, DEI are three interconnected concepts that work together to promote healthy communities and paces of work free of stereotyping and mistreatment. What are the benefits of DEI initiatives from organizations? Well, companies with DEI policies are often more creative and innovative than companies that lack the initiative. They employ people with different experiences, backgrounds, and skills who bring new ideas and points of view to discussions and decision making. According to McKinsey and other research groups, DEI has a positive effect on organizations' bottom line. In addition, employees at companies with strong DEI programs are happier with their job. They trust management more and they perform better. In 2024 and 2025, several large American companies scaled back or completely ended their DEI programs, and in some cases, related policies such as participation in the Corporate Equality Index. These include Walmart, Meta, Amazon, McDonald's, Ford, Lowe's, Harley-Davidson, John Deere, Tractor Trailer Supply, and PBS. Generally, these companies said that they will continue to foster a safe and inclusive while ending or reducing policies, initiatives, and programs that specifically take more of protected status. In this period, other companies reaffirmed their commitment to DEI, including the Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Costco, and the NFL. With Donald Trump signing an executive order to end DEI that could greatly hinder the employment of people of different races, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender identity, religion, language, age, marital status, veteran status, mental ability, physical abilities and disabilities, and political viewpoints.